Hey, it's Mr. Barr, and this is one none infinite with a bunch of junk that's on top of the eagle. There we go. Equations with no solution, infinite, or one solution. I like it one none infinite, one none infinite. That's our title. I can solve linear equations in one variable. Math has its own language and rules. By solving equations, I learn the language of math. Sometimes an equation has one solution. Sometimes an equation has no solution. Sometimes it has infinite solutions. And let's solve this equation. We know how to solve equations like this because we know how to handle variables on both sides. Here we go. Start with your name and the title, which is one none infinite. One none infinite, and we're going to solve the following equation. And if you look back at yesterday's notes or the previous notes, I gave you a flow map, and we started with distribution. Well, there's no distribution to do here. Then we could do some combining of like terms. So let's combine these two terms. That's going to give us 2x plus 4 and if you keep looking at the flow map, our next step was to get all the x's on one side. So I'm going to subtract these two x's and try to get them over here. Well, you see what happens here is the x's are totally canceling out. And I'm left with 4 equals 8. Now that means something to me. What does that mean? It means that there is no solution. Well, there are 3 possible things that could happen. We'll get this into our flow map. Actually, we'll make a tree map for this. So possible solutions. 3 things could happen here. We could have one solution, no solution, or infinite solutions. And we've done this lesson before. We're just doing it again, and I'm going to add a little bit to it. A no solution is when the x's cancel out, but the air bubbles don't. And that's what happened here. We noticed that the x's are all gone, but the air bubbles are still here. So examples of this would be things like 4 equals 8, 3 equals 9, 10 equals negative 6. Those are examples of no solutions. That's a 9. Infinite solutions, both sides are the same. Infinite solutions are when both sides are the same. And this would be things like 5x equals 5x, or 9 equals 9, or 5x plus 2 equals 5x plus 2. Both sides are the same. For the one solution, the x's don't cancel, and we can solve it. In previous lessons when we did this, you just had to say one, none, or infinite. Now, you have the skill to actually solve the one solutions. So if it's a one solution, you're not just going to say one solution, you're going to find the one solution. You're going to say it's a one solution and find the one solution. So this one right here, you know what? This is not a great example, but we'll do some. This is, ready? Divided by 2, x equals 4, one solution. Two equals 8. Well, what's that? 4 equals 8, 3 equals 9, 10 equals negative 6. That sure feels like a no solution. This is a no solution. 8 equals 8. Coming over here. Both sides are the same. 9 equals 9, 8 equals 8. This is infinite solutions. Okay, this one, let's do the distribution. Let's combine the terms and see what happens. 2x, 2x. 2x plus 6 equals 2x plus 6. Infinite solutions. Both sides are the same. This is infinite solutions. Let's start with the distribution. Half of 4 is 2x. Half of 10 is 5. Plus 2x equals 2 plus 4x plus 3. Combining terms, 4x plus 5 equals combining terms, 4x plus 5. What does that tell me? It tells me both sides are the same, which means infinite solutions. Okay, this one is going in your notes. One half 8x minus 4 equals 1/3 9x plus 12. And we're going to solve this or we're going to determine if it's an infinite solution or a no solution. So if it has a solution, find the solution. If it doesn't have a solution, or if it has infinite solutions, tell me. So half of 8x, so we'll start with the distribution. half of 8x is 4x minus 2 equals 1/3 of 9 is 3x, and 1/3 of 12 is 4. Okay, and right here, I can tell that it's going to have one solution. The x's don't cancel. One solution. Wasn't that in our notes? Right here. One solution. But you can't see it. One solution. X's don't cancel. One solution. But we're not going to stop there because now we know how to solve this. So normally we would just stop right here and say one solution and be done. But we're really going to solve it. So what do you want to do to solve this? Well, I've got to go back to the last lesson. I need to get all the x's on one side. So I'm going to subtract 3x and subtract 3x. Yes, you could have subtracted 4x and 4x, but my brain likes 4 minus 3 better than 3 minus 4. Red marker of death and destruction. That leaves me with x minus 2 equals 4. Now I'm looking at a nice little one-step equation, adding 2 to both sides. Red marker of death and destruction. X equals 6. So what's new with this one none infinite is the idea that if it's a one solution, you can now solve it. Previously, when we did this, back probably in like unit 6 or something, you didn't know how to solve it fully. You could identify one none or infinite, but now you can actually solve it if it's a 1. And that, I think, is my last slide. Let's see. It is my last slide. So one none or infinite, and you can actually solve for the ones. Thanks for watching.